Have you heard about this new AI platform called Lovable? I'm going to split this video into three parts. One is going to be for people who have never heard of it. One is going to be for people who have heard of it and are curious. And the last part will be for people who are using it and are obsessed. If you don't know me, my name is Arlan. I used to be homeless just a few years ago, and now I've invested in more than 200 startups led by underrepresented, underestimated founders. I've been on the cover of Fast Company and Black Enterprise, and I have three published books out. And what I do every single day here on YouTube is I put out videos and content to help you make money faster and have fun and freedom because I want you to have more options than I had when I was broke and homeless. So I know what it's like to be somewhere where you don't want to be. You see bigger aspirations and you know you have more potential than what is showing up in your bank account. So that's what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about this AI platform that is so simple to use that I want to make sure you know about it. And once people hear about it, I've seen it happen over and over again online and in person. Once people hear about it, they use it for one project, they become obsessed with it. So don't think, oh, I'm not technical, I don't know AI. This is for you. Finally, something for all of us. Make sure you are subscribed below, especially if you want to get more videos like this one showing up on your homepage. All right. So for people who have never heard of Lovable, I'm just going to show you what it looks like. So this is actually my Lovable. I have a 3-day challenge coming up in just a few days, depending on when you see this. It might have already happened, and the replay will be available at the link in the description. But this is coming up, very excited about it, and I'll come back to this in a moment. But this is what Lovable looks like. Lovable is a website at lovable.dev. So you can go right to it. Not even going to put my affiliate link down there. And you can go ahead and just see how simple that front page is. So what you want to do when you sign in is you'll look at how many credits you get. And I believe right now you get 5 free credits per day. And you can actually play with it with 5 credits because a credit usually is a prompt. So like you write something, you type something, and you press return, and then it does something and it reacts and it creates, and then you can start editing. And what makes this so cool is that even if you've never ever made a website or you've never even looked at a line of code, you don't even know what coding really is, you don't have to know that in order for it to code for you. So if you can type out a sentence, an email, a text, then you can use Lovable. Now, you may be wondering, why would you use it? Well, you can create different things with it, like landing pages, websites, even more cool stuff. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. But I wanted you just to get an understanding of what Lovable is. I also should tell you that Lovable is what is called an AI agent. An AI agent is a term that I want you to know because it's going to be used so much in the very near future. It's already being used by a lot of people, but I want us all to understand this. An AI agent is an AI that will do something for you, and in fact, it starts to think through and rationalize and use its own logic to do the next thing without you even having to ask, or it suggests something to you. So there are some AI agents that do customer service. There's some AI agents that do automations in the background while you sleep. This AI agent creates websites and different online tools for you. And the way that it works is now, if you're someone who this is the first time you're hearing about it, I want you to go to this website while you're listening to this or watching this video if you have the ability to. If you don't, then wait till this video is over and you're going to have a lot of fun. But the point is, today you can build something. Okay, so for people who have heard of Lovable and you've been curious, but you haven't really given it a try, we're going to make something with Lovable. So I'm just going to come up with something just off of the dome. Let's see. Create a landing page for my, let's say, favorite well, let's say like let's do this for my and what is yours going to be? What are you going to come up with? So you probably already have something that you've been trying to build or you've been waiting to build and you probably can put it in. So you could say like I'll do what I've seen other people do. So for my meetup happening next week in St. Louis, um, give people directions, have a spot for photos, and then you could say, and let people um, RSVP. And then you could say, um, for now, make it so that anyone can view it without having to sign in. Okay? That's all. I just did 3 sentences. Create a landing page for my meetup next week. I'm going to press return, and this is going to use a credit. Okay, so it's going to do its thing for a moment. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share while it's doing that. So the cool thing is like it can just do that in the background. Like in the background where you are doing something else, it can go ahead and just start to think through. This is the AI agent part of it all. Let me know in the comments if this is the first time you're seeing Lovable in action. Like you've heard about it, but you didn't really know what it does. So this is what it's doing. It's thinking, it's creating, it's planning. You see? Like it's like, okay, I'm gonna do this. So it's acting as if you just told a website designer to start getting to work. Now, normally, what would happen is it would take a website designer several days to put this together. Let's say you are a website designer or you know someone who is, and you're a little worried about them being out of work because you're like, well, if this will do it, what are they supposed to do? Let me tell you right now that this works so well for people who are already website designers because it makes them even better. It makes them do their job faster. They know better inputs, so better prompts. They know how to talk to it even in a better way. So their work is done. They know what to ask for. It's like they just got a junior developer that they did not have to pay more than $30 per month. It's very, very cool. And that junior developer can now become a senior developer if that's the person, right? Let's say the junior developer person who's just starting, just learned about coding. What do? I learned about designing. That junior developer can use Lovable to become a senior developer to get better and better and better. So it works for everybody. It works for people who are just like us, who were just sort of we want to type in and have the response. And it works for people who are professionals at this. So it is still doing its job. It's going to take maybe, it usually takes, depending on what my prompt is, it'll take anywhere between 3 and 7 minutes for the first section to do. It already says it's live. Let's see what it means by that. Back to preview. Okay, so let's see what it's saying. Oh, it's already live. Whoa. I didn't give it any color directions or anything like that. So it went with kind of a very cool vibe that I would not have guessed. This is awesome. I like this. And see, if you click this button, you can close the sidebar and see it as a real page here. And you can even click this button and open it up into a new preview page. So look at this. Next Tuesday, St. Louis gave it a name, meetup. So do you have something that you want to promote? Do you see how fast this did this? And what you would do is you would simply go back to it and you would close this so you can have the sidebar again, this button up here. And you can do this on your phone too, by the way. I've done multiple of these on your phone. I would start on a desktop just so you can get the feel of it. But you can actually see here, if you push this button, show tablet preview, that's what a tablet like iPad would look like. And this one is actually what mobile would look like. So you can actually preview it as if you're on mobile because so many people are going to be seeing it on mobile. And you can make sure that it's like all format it correctly because sometimes it's not, and you just tell you just tell it, hey, it's not formatted right. So I would go here and say, I would talk to it like a real person, and I'd say, this is awesome. Thank you. Please make the background a light purple hue. I'm going to even say the word gradient hue. And then I might say, I might upload, I'm going to just give it that information. You want to give it one or two things at a time so it can do a really good job with it. Remember, you have those 5 free credits. So these would have already been 2 credits or more going back. I don't know if it counts at one per sentence or if it's more weighted. So you need to pay attention to how many credits you have. If you want a bunch more credits, you just pay like 30 bucks, 20 or $30 a month, even if it's just for 1 month, so you can have some flexibility and so you can publish these. Okay, so it made it a little bit more purpley. Yeah, a little bit. I'm going to say a little bit more because I have a ton of credits. Okay, and then these pictures are awesome. I could leave these, but you know what? I mean, this doesn't really represent who probably would be at my St. Louis meetup. So I might say, I would either upload my own photos, which you just do with this button, it's just a plus button, or I could say make the photos of people a bit more diverse, right? So it made it more purple. It's being very subtle with the purple, so I probably would go even further, but I did say very light purple hue. That's the word that it's tripping up on. And then I'm like, the photos are cool, but I need them to be a little bit more diverse. Let's see what ends up happening. So this is for people who have been, so this is a little, is that more diverse? I guess more women are in it. And I guess more people maybe of different backgrounds are in it. Oh, it's not finished. All 3 people photos with more diverse crowds. So I'm gonna have to just give it my photos because it's not working. Usually it does a better job of this. I could say very specifically what I want and it would do a much better job. So this is what you could do with this is you can keep going. So it has these links, it has different things. And then what you could do is say, what else should I add? I'm just going to say that. So did you know that you could do that? Now, this part of the video is for people who have been using Lovable, are obsessed with it, and you want some advanced information. I'm going to give you a little bit more information. Now, see what happened here. I just said, what else should I do? So I'm talking to it like it's a person, and it said, great question. Here are some ideas that would make this meetup page more complete. And then it gives me all of these options, like 10 different things, and says, which one do you want me to do? Do you want me to add a speaker agenda, sponsor section, an FAQ? Do you want me to save RSVPs to a database? Do you want me to add a calendar button or social share links, past event recap, attendee count? Like it can do all kinds of stuff. And that's just getting started. So you could just put this out into the world today. Now, if you are using Lovable, you're obsessed, and you want a few more things to just make sure that you're kind of as advanced as you can be, I want to remind you that we have the Lovable 3-day revenue challenge coming up March 25th through 27th. If you see this video after that, the replays will be available on the link that I send you. And I want you to see a little bit. So I have all these stats, like I've done all this in 2025 last year, but I want you to see some of the curriculum. So on day 1, we're going to pick your profitable app idea. We're going to build your app live with Lovable. Like we're going to do a really amazing job with your app. And we're going to like set it up for features that you probably have never seen before on Lovable because I've done so much on there. I have like more than 500 projects on Lovable. And then day 3, we're going to launch and start generating revenue from your page. So it's not just a build workshop, it's how to make money from your Lovable. Now, if you are someone who is a bit more advanced, this part of the video is for you. So I'm going to teach you a couple of things that you just need to know just in general in case you didn't know this. And I'm going to tell you a couple of ideas of how to make money with it right away. So the first thing I want you to know is that when you do this, like if I were to go and publish this, right? When I push the publish button in the right-hand corner, I can put my, I can push this edit button and I can change what the name of it is. Okay, so I'm going to keep that one. Then what it's going to do is it's going to have me say who can see it. I want public. And then it's going to give me these different things here to fill out. So you can change the words here. And if you click on this icon, you can change what the icon looks like to somebody you send the link to, or someone seeing it on their phone, or seeing it on, you see these icons right here? If you don't want to just have this generic lovable icon, you can actually make your own. You can give it a description that'll show up in a preview when you send it. You can give it a social image, and they can even generate an image for you if you want. And then you'll see what that preview looks like. This is going to be on Google. This is going to be on when you send it in a text, when you send it on Instagram, and a DM, etc. So you really want to fill all of this in. Another thing to note is that if we were to continue, you could publish it, but you could also, if we go here, we could actually add a custom domain to it. So meaning your own URL, after you publish it once and it's out there, you can then go back to this button, press the plus button, and it will let you either connect your current URL that you already own. So let's say you have St. Louis Meetup by Arlan.com. You can make that the website instead of using Lovables that it lets you host on Lovable for free, not for free, but as part of your monthly payment. Or you could buy a new domain right here off of the Lovable site. So did you know that you could buy a Lovable domain, a custom URL right off the site? It takes you to their Ionis third party, but it is attached. So it shows up here after you do it. It just takes maybe 5 minutes to set it up. It's very, very cool. Another thing I want you to know about, I'm not going to publish it yet. Another thing I want you to know about is you go here to the name of it and you click on the caret and you go to settings. Here in settings, you can change the project name, which I would highly recommend to help you with um, organization when you start to have a lot of products and a lot of projects. You change this name so you can know exactly what it is and kind of make it a name that you would be okay with people seeing publicly. Just it helps you remember and it's okay to have it publicly, okay? Then you can see how many credits have been used. So I sent 5 messages and it used 4.2 credits. So you can always see how much a project is taking. And then you scroll down here. This is really important. Most people don't do this or know to do this. You probably want to hide the lovable badge. Okay, so this is what I was going to show you. So what I mean is, if you go here and I publish it, let me go ahead and publish it, okay? It's going to take maybe a solid minute, but this one's kind of a simple one, so maybe it won't take that long to publish, even though that's not a long time at all. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel. If you have made it this far and you're not subscribed, I know you're going to like my other videos that teach you these helpful tips, okay? And put you in the know. Isn't it cool to know stuff that your friends don't know yet? Because I know you're probably going to send a few text messages around and say, girl, have you tried Lovable? This is too cool. Okay, so I'm going to go to this page. And when I go to it, in the corner, in the right lower corner, it says edit with Lovable. So I know as somebody who's visiting this site that it was made with Lovable. And that's okay because even Lovable is in the name of the URL. That's fine. I don't think anybody has ever said, oh, I don't want to go to that page because it has the word Lovable in it. But I like to get rid of this because I know why they have it there. It helps them get more people on it, and I love that. But this is what I'd rather do. Go in here to this caret, go back down to settings, scroll down to hide lovable badge and toggle that sucker on. Okay, so now it just feels a little bit more elevated, a little bit more professional, not like you just built it in the 30 minutes that it took you to build it, which is very cool. And you don't even have to publish that change. If let's press return and see what happens. Refresh, and now it's gone. Okay? Let me know in the comments if this is the first time you're hearing about that and that helped you. Now, as you saw there, let's say that I had a change. Let's say I wanted to add a yellow banner that says, get your tickets now before they are gone. And what you could do with this yellow banner, by the way, is you could, which is getting into the how to make money from this, is you could make calls to action. So I'm just going to show you this to show you something else though. So let's say you do that and it's going to make the yellow banner. Give it a second. So now it's there. So it's decided to give it little ticket icons. You could take those away if you don't like it. It's decided to make it blink a little bit. You can take that away if you don't like it. But now because I've made a major change or any kind of change, I need to understand that I could now update. And right now, if I were to press return, you're not going to see that banner because I did not update it here. But now I can press update and it will. Now, you don't have to do the update every single time you make a little change. In fact, it probably takes credits to do that. What I would do instead is I would, in a session, maybe every 2 to 3 changes, I would update just so that I don't forget. Okay, now it's up to date. If I refresh it, you'll see the yellow banner. Oh, this is the preview one. Let me go back to the one that's not the preview. Click here. You'll see the yellow banner and you won't see the edit with Lovable. So now it's really starting to take shape. Another thing I like to do with these banners, speaking of making more money, is I like to have these banners as a call to action and I like them to scroll. So I'll say this, make the banner scroll, move down with the scroll. This is a sentence that I want you to learn how to use because it's really, really special. And I'm also going to give it a second command, which is, or a request, which is um, uh, add $49 to the banner price. And if I wanted to, in that same request, I could say, have the banner link off. So for this case, what you have is an RSVP. It's all about the same thing. So you wouldn't necessarily, you could have it link off. Actually, the better thing to do would have it link off. So let's say you did this, right? So it's done that. It's now sticky. Watch when I move it, it moves. It doesn't move. So it's with someone no matter what part of the site they're looking at. And let's say I wanted it to be an RSVP, but I also wanted people to buy tickets. So let's just say that, right now it's not perfect because it can RSVP, but we'll come back to that. What you could do here is you could set up a checkout page, like a Stand Store checkout page, just a page or a PayPal link that just goes to pay now. And you could tell Lovable to link this banner to that payment checkout page. And this could say, get your tickets now before, and you could even say, click here or da 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 da, have a little button here. I usually have like a button, a call to action button, and you click on it and it takes you right to checkout. Another way you could do it is you could say to Lovable, I have a Stripe account. I would like for you to incorporate a Stripe payment into this page. And it will talk to you about the options to do that. You could simply have a page that opens up and it takes the payment, or you could incorporate by getting an API key. That sounds difficult to do, but actually, once you do it once, you know how to do it over and over again if you have a Stripe or a PayPal account, and it makes your page really robust. It gives you a lot of options. The simplest way to do it, the way that I do it most of the time, you'll probably notice this on my Lovable pages, is that I have it click off to Stan or click off to school. It clicks off to the checkout page. So you have this beautiful page that clicks somewhere. Now this could do the RSVP for you. You could set up emails. You could set up all kinds of things. This was just an example. So how do you make money from this? Well, I just told you a way to send people to a checkout page. So imagine instead of making what I made, you make something that's like a tool, a calculator, a guide, some sort of gamified thing, and your banner promoted something else. Your banner was like, hey, here comes, the lovable revenue challenge is coming up March 25th through 27th. Click here for tickets. But your page itself was something that was a freebie, a free valuable thing. That's how you can make money from having a lead magnet. And this is it's like you kind of put a couple things together, but that's like a fast way to do it. So if you already have an offer, if you already have a checkout page, this is a way to get more attention to it, to give people, you send them to this for the freebie, for the fun, and then that helps promote the other thing. Another thing you could do to make money with it is you could create, instead of um, what I created, you can create an actual landing page that is the sales page and has the checkout. Another thing you could do is you could create the internal dashboard that you use to keep track of certain things. Like I just created my internal admin dashboard for my Your First 5K. This is my membership for my affiliates. So I have an affiliate program where people can make $5 per free lead they send me, plus 50% commissions. And it's new that I pay the $5, and I needed a way to keep up with everybody's numbers. And so I made the front-facing leaderboard on Lovable, which is awesome. And then I made an admin board, which helps me keep up with payments and exchanges because you can get cash or you can get some of my premium digital products, and it's your choice. So I've made it possible for me to just have one place and other people can sign in. So you can have a dashboard where people sign in. You can have like a whole, like you can have like an army of, you can do your whole affiliate program through Lovable. You could do all kinds of things. These are the types of things I'm going to teach in depth in the Lovable Revenue Challenge, March 25th through the 27th. Right now, it's only $99, but that will go up. It will double in just a few days, depending on when you're seeing this. It may even be that price. It's totally worth it. And it also comes with the 360 pass, which is a pass that I have. If you decide to get the 360 pass at checkout, again, in the links below, if you get the 360 pass, you get the replay from my YouTube revenue challenge that 500 people took. 500 people took it just last week. You get the replay, you get YouTube OS, you get Lovable OS, which, by the way, is amazing. Lovable OS is an operating system that I built on Lovable. Thank you. That, and by the way, before I tell you the rest of the sentence, I want to make sure you're paying attention. Say the word GEM, GEM. You see this can behind me, you cannot see it, but this can behind me says GEM. We're going to be more information on that soon. Here you go. So I want you to say the word GEM, GEM, if you're seeing this. But I think I forgot what I was saying. What was I talking about? I'm 45. Forgive me. What was I saying? Tell me in the comments what I was talking about. Okay, so point of this is um when we have the oh yeah, this is what you get. Oh my gosh. Okay, what you get in 360 is you get Lovable OS, and you also get the Lovable Revenue Challenge. You get the YouTube Revenue Challenge. You get all this stuff, right? But the Lovable OS is all of the copy and paste amazing prompts that you need. Let's say there's a type of website you want to make, but you don't know exactly how to, like, you don't want to go through like 20 different back and forths with it to tell it how, what you're trying to do. I give you like multiple prompts that just give you one prompt you put in, and it makes like 80 to 90% of the page. and you only have to do a little bit of tweaking. That's what's in Lovable OS, in addition to some other things that are very cool AI tools. All right. Okay. So, what are we going to do? What's our plan? We're not going to have any excuses. We want to make money and we don't want to make excuses. You can't have both. We're going to learn this very simple tech, which is just talking. And for a lot of people back in the 70s and 80s, I know from my own mother, you all were already coding before most people were. So you have this mind that can do this. It's not like this is so advanced for you. You can do this. If you're over 50, you have this mind for it. This is just the newfangled way to do it. And let me tell you, right now, some of you, let me know if you did this. Did you build something while we were talking? Or are you about to? Let's go.